Hey everyone, Mark here with Amplified Training, and in today's video I'll be talking about 5 accessory movement set and rep schemes that you should try out if you're a little bored of 3 sets of 8 to 12. But before we dive into today's topic, make sure to find me over on Instagram as Amplified Training, and I offer one-to-one coaching if that's something you'd be interested in. Please hit me with a DM or comment down below. The odds are good. I'd love to work with you. Now right off that title alone, you might be asking yourself, hey, what's wrong with 3 sets of 8 to 12? Honestly, nothing. It is time-tested and battle-proven. It's awesome for adding muscle mass. There's a reason why it's pretty ubiquitous in most any muscle-building program. However, that being said, sometimes it can get a little bit boring, and if you've been at it for a long time, when was the last time you actually chased a PR or really maxed out that rep range versus just sort of going through the motions? The reality is, the ones that I'm going to show you today, the 5 I have on deck, they're not necessarily better than 3 sets of 8 to 12, but situationally, they can be superior if they get you to attack progress a little bit more and extract more benefit out of your exercises. The first one I want to talk about today is the 8x8 method. This is pioneered by Vincent Gironda. This is a really good one if you're on a bit of a time crunch. I really like this one for press downs, face pulls, and knee extensions. And how it works is you're going to take a weight that you could normally do about 15 to 20 reps with, and you're going to do 8 sets of, let's say, 5 to 8 reps with only 30 seconds rest between each set. And when you can get 8s all across the board, increase the weight. Also, try this for loaded carries with 8 rounds of 80 feet. Using that 30-second rest protocol as well. It's a great way to add a little density to your moving work. The second one here is a 5-week max effort bodybuilding wave with optional contrast. So how it works is across a 5-week wave, you're going to work up to a 20, 15, 12, 10, or 8 rep max. And then after that, for example, in week 1, you'll hit your heavy 20, and then you're going to do 2 sets of 8 to 12 after. And if you wanted to make it a little spicier, you do them as a contrast set. So in set 1, what you would do is you do your 8 to 12 with 1 to 2 count pauses in the bottom, and then your second back off set, you do those reps for speed. And you see on the screen here, you can screenshot this if you need to. It shows you how to do the back off sets across each week. If you did want to keep things a little bit simpler, feel free just to run it without the contrast, but make sure to do those back off sets. This is a really fun one, especially for dumbbell or machine presses. And if you wanted to get really unique with your approach, what you could do is try using this in place of a typical max effort wave in a conjugate program with dumbbell or machine pressing for added muscle mass in the off season. Next up is Myomatch. This is a really fun one for lateral raises, leg press, and bicep curls in particular. And what you do is you're going to do your first set somewhere between 12 and 20 reps. Pick a range that you like. It doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. Then what you're going to do on your second and third set is match set 1's output using rest pause to get there. So for example, let's say set 1, you hit 20 reps. In set 2, you might get 15 reps and then reach temporary failure. Rest for 20 to 30 seconds. Crank out some more, maybe you get 5. All right, now you have done the requisite number because you've done 15, 5, you match for 20. Now set 3, you're gonna use those 20 to 30 second rests again, and this might be something like 8, rest, 5, rest, 3, rest, so on and so forth. And your progression indicator here is when you need 2 or fewer rests in set 3, it's time to go heavier, or if you hit 20 or more reps in set 1. Next up will be the rest pause with a rep goal. This is 1 big set. You'll do an initial set of 10 to 15 reps. Then you're going to take 20 seconds rest, and you're going to work to near failure for 5 total sets. So for example, 10, 8, 6, 3, 1. And what you'll do for your progression indicator is you go heavier next time if you reach 30 to 50 total reps. You want to favor more towards 50 reps if it's a movement such as a lateral raise or a face pull where it's harder to chase progression. You might favor fewer reps if it's a movement such as a pressing exercise or a leg press where you can overload a bit more easily. This is a really fun one for really driving and chasing intensity. I myself use it quite extensively and have had great success with it. But certainly not least from the late, great Dr. Fred Hatfield, aka Dr. Squat, we have the breakdown. This is a personal favorite for any type of machine press, leg press, and I really like it for dips as well. But again, with any of these set rep schemes, they can work for virtually any movement. It's just a matter of finding what feels appropriate for you and what you'll chase progression on. How the breakdown works is you're going to hit a heavy initial set of 4 to 6 reps. Then you're going to drop 20%. And go for a set of 10 to 15 reps. And then set 3, you're going to do exactly half of your heaviest set, that initial 4 to 6, and you're going to go for 20 to 30 or more reps. So you've got a heavy set, an intermediate set, and then a burnout pump set. This is a really fun one too for attacking progress, and something I've done in the past is I'll actually use this for my second main lift of the day on my upper body max effort days. So if I hit, let's say, a heavy triple on close grip bench, After that, I might use the breakdown method for a dumbbell incline press just to really attack the muscle from a different angle, get deep in there, and get an absolutely insane pump. What I've got here is an example application of it. On the left, you have a standard push workout. This is actually one of Chris Bumstead's workouts. And on the right, this is the modification for it. So if we look at Chris's workout here, you got the bench press, 2 sets of 5 to 8 heavy, then a set of 10 to 12 lighter. I actually really like that progression. I'm going to steal that and adapt it into a max effort power building progression down the road, so keep your eyes out for that. Then you do 3 sets of 10 to 12 of the alternating dumbbell shoulder press, chest flies superset with the rope extension for 10 to 12 on the flies, and 7, which I find a little odd, but hey, we can't argue with the great C-bum, to 10 reps on the rope extensions. Lateral extensions for 4 sets of 10 to 12, and then dips for 3 sets to failure. In our modified take of the workout, we're going to retain that progression for the bench press, because again, I really like that. Then we're going to move into the dip, and we're going to do that using the breakdown. So that's that heavy 4 to 6, drop 20% for 10 to 15, and then half of that top set for a set of max quality reps aiming for 20 to 30. Then for our alternating dumbbell shoulder press, we're going to use a 5-week bodybuilding wave with the contrast on there. And the reason I picked that there, shoulder presses can be really hard to progress. You add 5 pounds, you're going to lose quite a few reps. So I think the higher rep progression slots in very nicely there. For the chest flies, we're going to do a rest pause method with a goal of 40 reps, keeping in close with what his original prescription was for total reps. Lateral raises, let's do myo matches there. And the reason why is the myo match works really well for those movements that are hard to progress due to loading situation. And then last but not least, for our rope extensions, we're going to do either an 8x8 or a rest pause with a goal of 40 repetitions. So as you can see, very similar to the OG C-bum workout, but for myself, I'm going to like it a little more just because rather than counting the sets and the reps, I'm attacking. Again, these progressions aren't inherently better than your standard modalities, but they're a little bit more fun, and if you have been stuck on a plateau for a while or find you're just going through the motions, this is a great way to help yourself get into your head a little bit more and a little more focused. That wraps up today's video. This is definitely a brief one. Like I said, I just wanted to share 5 really fun set rep scheme progressions you could use for your assistance work to help break that monotony of the 3 sets of 8 to 12. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you folks in the next video. And if you have any questions, please chime in down below in the comment section. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and ring the bell for more notifications so you never miss a video. I think that's what all the cool YouTubers say.